Hey great dwarves, so if sequences and series is a bit challenging, we're about to break it down with a January test from a school in Gauteng. So over here we have our different formulas that we're working with, and we have question 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's jump right in. So question 1 over here says, given the arithmetic series 2 plus 9 plus 16 plus ... to 251 terms, 1.1, write down the fourth term of the series. So we have the following arithmetic series. So first thing, arithmetic is working with this formula over here. So this would be an arithmetic sequence, and then over here would be our arithmetic series. A series is just when we add up all the numbers in a sequence. So a sequence is T1, for example, we'll get the first output as 2. T2, the second output will be 9. This is what we'll get if we're just working with our sequence formula. But a series is when we add up all the numbers in the sequence. So that is what the plus signs over here are telling us, instead of having little semicolons or commas. So at this stage, each question here is leading us into the next one to help us get the next question. So for 1.1, writing down the fourth term of the series for 1 mark, all we need to do is see the difference for an arithmetic series, because arithmetic sequences or series have a constant difference compared to a geometric sequence or series where there's a constant ratio. So as we can see, arithmetic, we're increasing by 7 over here and then 7 over there again. That means if we go to term 4, because this is term 3, we will add 7 to 16, and 7 plus 16 is 23. So over there for T4, we can write equals 23 and we'll have our answer. 1.2 then says, calculate the 251st term of the series. So at this stage, we are then going to have to calculate our sequence, because calculating the 251st term of the series, not all of them added up to 251, requires that we get our constant difference and our first term. So then we can go ahead and write down our equation. We have Tn equals a plus n minus 1 times d. So then at this stage, a is the first number in the sequence, so we have a 2 over there plus n minus 1. As we just saw, our constant difference is positive 7, so we can add a 7 there, and then we can go ahead and FOIL our 7 in to our n and to our negative 1 over there. So we have 2 plus 7 times n is positive 7n, minus, because there's a minus over here, 7 times 1 is minus 7. So we can then go ahead, simplify the 2 and the negative 7. So we have 7n, bringing this first for our standard form. Then we have minus 7 plus 2 is minus 5. So now that we have our standard form, we can then just plug in 251 by our n, because we want the output of T251. We want the actual value of the 251st term in this sequence. So we have 7 multiplied by 251 minus 5, and our final answer is 1752. And that just earned us 3 marks over there. And then for 1.3, it says express the series in sigma notation for 2 marks. So sigma notation is this guy, this backwards E looking symbol, where we have a couple of things, because what we need is the first value that we are putting into the equation, the last value of the equation, as well as the sequence of the equation. Sigma just means adding up all the numbers. It is just the expression or the symbol that represents adding up all the numbers in a sequence, i.e. it is the equivalent of a series, meaning that this guy over here, this backwards E, is exactly the same as this formula over here for this arithmetic series, which means we have our first number here, our last number in this series here, and the equation that we're working with over here, our sequence. So first things first, we had our equation from the previous question, which was 7n minus 5. So we can plug that in over here. From there, we need to see what the first number that we're putting into this n is, and the first number we're putting in is 1, because if we put 1 in over here, we have 7 times 1 is 7 minus 5, and that gives us 2, and that is this first term over here, the first term of the sequence. If we put a 2 in over here, then this would be the first term in the sequence over 9, because then we'd have 7 times 2, we'd have 14, 14 minus 5 is 9. But in this case, we're starting at 1 because we want the first term output over here. And then what's important for the top number, we have to take the last number in the sequence minus the first number plus 1. If there are up to 251 terms, we have to say 251 minus 1 plus 1, which will leave us 251 at the top. But sometimes we would start at T2 or T0, and we'd say 251 minus 2 plus 1 if we were starting at this point over here. So that's just something to keep in mind, where we go top minus bottom plus 1, and that will give us a final answer of how many terms are in this sequence or series. Okay, and that's our final answer over here. And then at this stage, 1.4, calculate the sum of the series, meaning that we're following the instructions of our sigma over here, but we're using this formula over here, our arithmetic series formula. So we can go ahead and rewrite that. So it's only 2 marks, and we need to plug in n, a, and d over here. So n is this n value over here. It is top minus bottom plus 1. So we're putting 251 in the slot of n. We're then going to open up our brackets, put a 2 multiplied by a, and our a value is the first number in the sequence, which is also the 2 here. The a over here is the same a over there. The d over here is the same d over there. N is the same n over there. So they're corresponding letters. And then n again is 251 minus 1 over there, and our difference is positive 7 over here. So at this stage, we have all the numbers in here. It means we can just go ahead and plug this in our calculator and solve for it. And our final answer is 220127, which represents all the numbers in the sequence added up, and that is the final answer for the sum of this series. So we just earned 2 marks over there. And then from there, 1.5, how many terms in the series are divisible by 4 for 4 marks over here? They usually have a slightly harder question at the end of each section. What we need to do is break this down by the restriction or limit that they've given us, because we need how many terms there are in the series that are divisible by 4. So if we write out a couple more of these terms, we have 2, 9, 16, 23, 30, 37, 44. And if we take it a step further, we then have 51 and 58 and 65 and 72. Okay, so at this stage we have a bunch of numbers, but not all of them are divisible by 4. So 2 is not divisible by 4, neither is 9, 16 is, 23 isn't, 30 isn't, 37 isn't, but 44 is, 51 isn't, 58 isn't, 65 isn't, but 72 is. We could obviously do this up until we reach 251 terms, but that will take a while considering we have about 12 terms here. But what is useful for us to do is take these components over here and make a new sequence out of these numbers, because then we have 16, we have 44, and we have 72, because then from there we can start to treat just the numbers that are divisible by 4, because 16 to 44 has a difference of 28, and 72 minus 44 is also 28. So that means we have a new arithmetic sequence that we're working with. And if we go ahead and get our Tn equals a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d over here, that will then help us see how many terms there are in the sequence, because our a value here is 16, that is the first value in our sequence, plus n minus 1, and our difference is 28, which means we can go ahead and simplify this. So we have 16 plus 28n, 28 minus 1 is minus 28. We can then simplify our numbers. Minus 28 plus 16 is minus 12, and we have 28n over here. So we have 28n minus 12. Okay, and then with this, we need to compare it, because it's asking how many terms in the series are divisible by 4. Right now, we have the outputs, which means this is term 1, this is term 2, this is term 3, and this is the output of term 1, output of term 2, and output of term 3, which means we need to get the value of T251, considering there are 251 terms in this sequence. So we can then plug the value in over here, so we can then solve for n, because n over here will tell us how many terms are in this sequence. But in order to solve this, we need the value of Tn for T251, but not of this new sequence, of the original sequence, which means we have to get the value of it based off of our original sequence over here, because the 7n minus 5 will give us the output when we plug our 251 into the n, the output of the last value in the original sequence before we took just the values that were divisible by 4. Okay, so that means if we plug 7 multiplied by 251 in brackets minus 4, we can then get the value of the 251st term, and it equals 1753, because then in our initial sequence over here, this is the value of T251. And now we need to see how many terms in this new arithmetic sequence are less than or equal to this output value of 251, because we want to know how many terms in the series are perfectly divisible by 4. So that means over here, we're going to plug in our value of T251, and we're going to see where this new arithmetic sequence is less than or equal to that value, because because it might not be perfectly divisible, which means we'll then have to take the first round number that is less than it. From there, we have our value of t251, we have our inequality, and we have the arithmetic sequence of the numbers that are divisible by 4. We can then take our 12 over, so 1753 plus 12 is 1765, that is greater than or equal to 28n, and then we can divide by 28 on both sides. Okay, and one mistake I saw over here is that I wrote down -4 instead of -5 over there, so I just need to correct that. So then -5 means this is a 2 instead of a 3, which means this is a 2 instead of a 3, and this is a 4 instead of a 5. Okay, because then at this stage we have 1764 divided by 28, and our answer is 63. So n is any number that is less than or equal to 63. And because 63 is a round number, if this was 63.4, then 63 would be the first term. But we have a perfectly round number. The inequality was just to see if we needed to change our final answer. But at this stage, we can see that there are 63 terms that are perfectly divisible in this original sequence that are perfectly divisible by 4. And that just earned us 4 marks over there.